You might be wondering what a guy like me is doing around here. Well, it's a long story. Let's just say I'm a traveler. I go about my life following exactly what I want. My desires on the wind. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm evil, but this blade, it's never done me wrong. From as far back as I can remember, I always looked up to the samurai. They were the ones that, despite this world of dragons and humans, gods and angels and demons and everything, they never backed down. But that was a long time ago, and it led me to here. I'm a sort of sellsword now. Samurais aren't what they used to be. They were taken down by, some say, a rumor. One man that I'm searching for to get my just revenge, or at least pay him back for stealing away my idols, my teachers, my family. In truth, though, kid, it's not exactly what it seems. Maybe I'm right or wrong. They could have been just as corrupt as the bad guys, who knows? But still I wander. Still I go searching for the breadcrumbs, the footprints in the snow, and the changes in the wind. I'm not sure what to make of it. The legend is, there was a swordsman so good he took on the entire clan at once. Some called him Musashi, others called him a demon. And still we don't know who he was. No one ever saw beyond that mask. A mask of a fox. A man standing no taller than 5 feet. Or if it was a man at all, but his swordsmanship, their swordsmanship, was breathtaking. I always searched for them, ever since I can remember, thinking they must have been immortal to have done what they've done, but here I am. At another bar telling my story to a bunch of people who will probably never see me again. What about your story, kid? I'm not too keen on other stories usually, but if there's a lead in there, you can tell it. Nah, what am I saying? I got nothing better to do. I haven't had a breadcrumb in a long time. It's kind of funny, kid. You seem like you are different than everyone else. The way you look at my sword, my outfit, it's like you know something. Is there something you want to tell me? Well, now I can't just leave you alone. Not after that. You aren't very good at hiding how you feel, are you? And you have a sword of your own. Not too many people choosing to use swords in the world of magic. But still, I see it. You must be someone like me, a wanderer. Well, mind if I wander right next to you right now? I'm just curious. How does someone so small make such an impact? To be free. I wonder what that's like. In some ways, I understand it as a wanderer, but it's not always freedom. I'm bound by this anger I have, this hatred for this unknown, and yet, even if I met them, what would I say? I wonder, would it feel better if I slew them, right on the spot? Would it change anything at all? I don't know who's right and wrong in this conflict. And maybe I'm spilling the beans too much on this story, but it doesn't matter. I suppose I tell it at this point as more of a party favor than I do a true goal. I'm not sure what I'm walking for, what I fight for. Just a sellsword, not a samurai. I lost that a ways ago. And yet still in my heart of hearts I can't get myself to drop it. I should, shouldn't I? It doesn't matter what they were, the demon of the past. Yet, you seem like you know something about him. Call it a gut feeling. Do you? I knew it. So you've heard rumors of them too. Anything new? Really? So you've seen them before. You don't like them very much either, huh? Well, not surprising. Someone willing to massacre and completely eradicate an entire clan isn't exactly a popular person, I'd imagine. What do you think of them? You think they regret it? That's an interesting take on the story. What makes you say that? So they look sad, huh? Maybe that's the weight of taking so many lives. Not everyone can do that, you know. Even when I have to take out outlaws and scoundrels, I feel it, that pinging in my heart. The proof that I'm human. It's not always a good thing, I know. Us humans have some bloody history. Not least of us, the samurai. I'm the last one, but I don't regret it. Even in this age of things far greater than myself. I can't regret it. Because the souls of my ancestors are all I have left. And random wanderers like yourself, who happen to walk my path just as well. So, why do you wander? Ah, so you're a sellsword too. Fancy that. Well, name your price. You take me to where you saw them last, and if we happen to find them, I'll pay you a whole bunch more. How about that? Playing hard to get, huh? Must be because you don't want to get involved with that kind of monster, right? Fine by me. Difference is, I do want to get involved with that. I have so much I want to say to them. What I'd say exactly? That's the funny part, kid. I don't know. Are you an elf? Interesting. I didn't realize it till now. You hide your ears pretty good, kid, but I can smell it on you. My sense of smell is really good. And you elves smell of either one or two things, usually. Blood or perfume. You smell like a bit of both, so chances are, recent job, I take it? That sword of yours. Black steel. I've never seen one like that. Oh, so it's not steel at all, or a calcum. Haven't seen that one in all my life. Wasn't that said to be the rarest metal in the world? It said it can cleave steel like it's butter. That's something I'd like to see, but hopefully not be on the receiving end of. How'd you come about something like that? Oh, so you used to know an old forge back in that forest. I don't know what forest you're talking about, but I'm going to pretend to for the sake of being relatable. What? I wouldn't have gotten half as far as I did if I didn't have a smooth tongue. The name's Shota Aizawa. And, well, it's nice to meet you. What's your name? The quiet type, I see. Well, that's not always a bad thing, especially given the fact that you have that mysterious air about you. Kind of plays off the same thing, and I don't know, it gives you that silent allure and maybe just a bit of attraction, if you ask me. Now, I don't mix business and pleasure, but if I did, you'd be the first to know. Oh, what's the matter? Can't take it when someone's facing you and saying how cute you are. I mean, come on, what's the worst that could happen? We're both wanderers. You might be the first wandering swordsman I've ever met in my pilgrimage, my journey. And it's been so different, thinking about it. So different. Because you're the first person who chooses a sword over the other weapons, or at very least doesn't seem to practice magic, which is rare in its own right. I prefer to use techniques passed on by my ancestors, ones which I know very few people could know. The way you hold your sword reminds me of someone. No one in particular, just a rumored S-class adventurer. And if I would have to guess, since you're an elf, you're probably a lot older than you look. So, you gonna spill the beans, or might I have to guess you're that S-ranked adventurer, aren't you? I mean, you weren't lying or anything. A sellsword is basically the same thing. What are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere? The far west. I always wondered why people would go out here willingly. Then you find settlements of people who refuse to move. A world that's war-torn but still beautiful. The world comes back where the people leave. And yet somehow where the people go is usually pretty warm and fun, despite it being the middle of nowhere.